not when me and Jim were sheriff. All right. We'll go ahead and call the meeting order tonight. Want to welcome everyone here tonight. Appreciate everyone coming out. So we'll go ahead and again call the meeting to order, and let's think about everyone in our community. That's a lot of people have had illnesses, and of course we always have death in our community, but we have some things to be thankful for. Some people have been missing and been found, which is a blessing. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, as everyone sees when they watch the news. Terrorists attacking overseas, and wish there wasn't so much hate in the world. So, but anyway, as we get started, Jim, if you would you open us in a word of prayer?
Father God in heaven, we thank you for this opportunity that we can come and meet tonight and discuss our county business. And as we always do, we ask for your wisdom and your guidance in making these decisions. Father, we pray for this country, pray for this county. And we appreciate all the people that are here tonight to come and voice their opinion. And Father, that's what we need. It's the voice of the community telling us what we need to do. And we appreciate everyone here tonight. Father, we thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, who came to this earth and lived as a man and died for the forgiveness of our sins. And it's in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. If you would join me in saluting our flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks everyone for that. Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll, please.
Square Stump.
Here.
Square Harris.
Here.
Square Eldridge.
Here.
Judge Travis.
Here.
Square Travis.
Here.
Square Cotton.
All right, I know where Squire Cotton is. He got married over the weekend, so he's somewhere else. I would entertain a motion to excuse Squire Cotton tonight.
Make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mike, second by Dan, to excuse Magistrate Cotton tonight. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the prior court meeting, October 2nd. I read through them all last night. There's a few spelling changes, and then there was a couple of finance sheets that were missing. I'll just go with what I found on page 3 about middle ways, where it talked about the doses in each school. I think it said like does or docs or something. We changed that. And when I say page 3, it's the 3 at the bottom, in the bottom right-hand corner. On page 6, about 2/3 of the way down, after number 11, 2 sentences beyond, it's talking about where we sold fescue. It says he sold about 100 of it sold in fescue. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to have been about 1/3. He sold about 1/3 in fescue. Something like that. Page 11, there is some spelling. About 1/4 of the way down, you see where the 35,000 is, the next sentence, it says, and now having done, I think it should say, and not having done, discussion ensued regarding KIPTA doing water projects in the past, and now having done sewer projects, it should say not. Again, that's pretty simple stuff. I had a question on page 12. When we discussed those stop signs, I remembered us voting on that one being near the Eagles Nest Road instead of the other road. Was that what we voted on?
As far as I know, we voted on Clubhouse Drive. And then we'll change that, with the homeowner association, want to change it to Eagles Nest, but I think we voted on Clubhouse Drive.
Okay, all right,
So we need to change that to.
We'll change that.
Landings to Eagles Nest, and it'll be okay.
yeah, okay, well, there's no change in the minutes then. Because the minutes do say Clubhouse Cove, I think.
Well, it should be Eagles Nest, not Clubhouse.
Well, but do we need to vote this coming meeting, or we voted last meeting?
The last meeting we voted on Clubhouse.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. It says we need to vote in on change the Clubhouse
Right,
to.
as far as the minutes go.
They're correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't remember, I thought that we had changed it then, but if we didn't, we will, then they're correct.
Too late before I talked to them.
Yeah, they're correct. And then, the last thing, Lynn, on page 16 and 17, where it has the figures, those are the same two pages. And instead of those two pages, page, you should have these two pages in there. There's two duplicate pages, and then there's two pages that were missing. Yeah, I give them to you. So, but anyway, those are the corrections that I found.
So take out one of these duplicates and put those two in there.
Yes, yeah, I think you'll see that makes it match up correctly.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Jim.
On page 12, at the bottom, it says, the solid waste committee met, they will include curbside pickup for an additional charge. That should say this will include curbside recycling pickup at an additional charge.
All right, you want to add the word recycling to that sentence. This will include curbside recycling pickup.
Yeah.
All right, you got that, Lynn, on that, on page 12. Okay, any other corrections? to the minutes? All right, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes as corrected.
Second.
All right, well, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as corrected, and second by Jim. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda, the communication from Judge Executive. Let's pass the minutes. Here we go. It is, I read this last night, and this is really important, so I'm going to read it tonight. Official proclamation, 2023, an estimated 64,000 people will be diagnosed, 64,050 will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in the United States. An estimated 50,550 will die. In 2023, 900 people will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in Kentucky, and 740 will die. Pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers, and is currently the third leading cause of cancer death in the U.S., and is projected to become the second by 2030. And this cancer is one of the deadliest cancers, and is currently the fourth leading cause of cancer death in Kentucky. Pancreatic cancer is the only major cancer with a 5-year relative survival rate, which remains at only 12% in 2023. When symptoms of pancreatic cancer present themselves at a generally late stage, and over 75% of pancreatic cancer patients die within the first year of the diagnosis, while 88% of pancreatic cancer patients die within the first 5 years. Those are pretty bad numbers. Had that word perfected last night. The Recalcitrant Cancer Research Act was signed into law in 2013, which calls for the National Cancer Institute to develop a scientific framework or strategic plans for pancreatic cancer and other deadly cancers, which will help provide the strategic direction and guidance needed to make true progress against these diseases. I'll skip a little there, but federal funding for medical research is critical to protect job creation or job protection and creation in Kentucky. And the Pancreatic Cancer Network is a national organization working in the cancer community in Kentucky and nationwide through comprehensive approach to include policy, research funding, patient services, public awareness, and education. And again, it's the leading cause of cancer death, largely because there are no standard diagnostic diagnostic tools. So now therefore I, Judge Scott Travis of Spencer County, do officially proclaim November 2023 as Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. So I will sign that and we will get that where it needs to be. But mainly want to bring awareness of it. You know, we go to the doctor and we try to get ahead of illnesses. And this is one that is really hard to get ahead of. You got it before you know you got it. So if you ever get the symptoms or feel you may have symptoms coming on or have a family member and you see warning signs, get it checked out. Second, the trees at Main Street. I know last meeting we voted to pull up those trees. All right, so I went and talked to folks about the trees, and some folks on Main Street, one fellow on Main Street committee said, no, don't pull up them trees. They're getting ready to trim them up, and they'll look better once we get them trimmed up. So anyway, they trimmed them up. I haven't pulled up the trees, but I wanted to tell you that I haven't pulled them up, and I wanted us to talk about them. And y'all can take a tobacco stick and hit me over the head, and then I'll get them pulled up. Or, not true, I didn't really mean that. I was kidding. But anyhow, just, do y'all have any other thoughts on the trees other than you still want them pulled up? Y'all looked at them?
I would say let the Main Street Committee handle that.
You know, if you looked at them close, they're like a holly tree that's tall, and they had dead limbs all over them, and they was dead limbs about yay round. Well, they've trimmed them back, and they look better with the dead limbs trimmed back. And they're nice and tall, and they'll be able to be decorated some for Christmas. But anyway.
So you say they still look like crap?
Well, y'all look at them again. I know we voted to tear them out, and I gave the order to tear them out until I was bombarded and said, y'all shouldn't tear them out, don't tear them out. And I thought, well, dang it. So I'll take my punishment. But anyway, I'm hoping for some leniency, but anyhow.
Well, let's wait there till after Christmas.
That's
Yeah,
where we're
after
at.
Christmas, we got other 50.
All right, well, I wanted to bring that up. The health department update, we had the health department meeting October the 2nd. We were asking for the $360,000, Chris, to get a 12-hour ambulance shift. The local health department agreed to contribute $120,000. So the North Central District has to agree that we could use $120,000 of Spencer County's money. And then the Commonwealth of Kentucky has to agree that that could be done. And someone said that they won't do that because the laws are against it. So I'm working on that, checking on our options on that, but that's where that wound up. So I wanted to give you that update. But we did get a commitment for 120. And basically what I'm going to try to do is the district office is also sitting on $4 million in CDs, and $5 million in cash, and they're getting ready to accept contributions from 4 counties, including us. So the district board can also vote to contribute some money possibly for this, and then all of that will go to the state. And if we could take $1 million and divide it by 4 to the 4 counties in the North Central District, and we add that to our 120, Chris, and we have enough for that shift. So that's going to be my aim on that. So just wanted to get.
Will that be on an annual basis?
Well, it ain't that easy. I know it'll be a one-time deal if I can get it accepted in Frankfurt. The challenge is going to be Frankfurt. The biggest challenge I was told is Frankfurt. And I have trouble, and if anyone in Frankfurt is listening, I hope you are, but I have trouble with, if the KRS says that the Commonwealth of Kentucky Health Department can dictate to what local health departments do with their own money, providing for their own health needs, then to me, that KRS needs to be changed. So, the KRS laws are there to be followed, and if they're not good, then you change them. So, but we'll see how that goes. That's all I have on that. Any questions on any of those issues? All right, next we have communications from citizens. Anyone in the audience would like to address the court, we have 3-minute time limits, and we are being videotaped. And I'll just open the floor up, if you would, anyone that'd like to come to the podium and state your name and address the court.
I got the thing. Good.
Hi, my name is Mary.
Yes.
My name is Laurie. All right. My name is Laurie Mills, and I am a concerned citizen of Spencer County and also an employee at the Spencer County Clerk's Office. I have been employed there since April of this year. And I have a few things that I feel like really need to be investigated. Since January of 2019, 30 people have left the office. It's a 5-person office. That's a huge turnover for 4.5 years. There has to be a reason why so many people are leaving such a good job. Employees are also being made to pay if there's a shortage in their till, which is actually, according to law 337.060, is against the law if more than one person can get into that till. And I am requesting that all past and present employees be paid back for any money that they had to pay out of their own pocket. And I'm also requesting an investigation where the extra money goes from any out-of-county dealer that we get money. There's usually extra money, and I'm not sure where that goes. Also, we have employees that are driving their own vehicles to get mail. We're not being reimbursed for mileage for driving our own vehicles. And also, employees are working and they're not clocking in. They're not allowed to clock in until a certain time. And I'm just asking that we have some kind of investigation so there is some accountability, because 30 people have been affected and their families in 4.5 years, and there's got to be a reason why. And I'm speaking for these people and myself and the employees that are working there now, to be some type of investigation to find out what is going on. And I appreciate it.
Anyone else? Anyone else in the audience, and then we'll move on. All right. Communication reports from members, other officers, committees, zoning. Anyone here from zoning? Let's see, I know we have some ordinance on some roads that's a little later in old business. I would like to mention, I wrote distillery regulations there. Julie and Lisa, now thank you all for coming. Julie and Lisa have been working on the distillery regulations that we'll be considering in the very near future, try to get put into the planning and zoning. Now we have, y'all see on there, well, let's see, this is an old one. This is not old one. Arbor Green is on there, but we're gonna vote on it a little later, the first reading. So next, emergency management. Chris, anything? I know we've got a lot on the agenda a little later for you guys. Parks, Mike?
No,
All right. Safety, Dan?
nothing to report.
All right. Solid waste, Jim?
Yeah, is your office, they're working on the, beds and all that, we'll find out.
Yes. Now, we didn't get them in the paper last week, but we're gonna get them in the paper this week, and we may have to up them dates a week.
We got plenty.
We're on top of it, so. All right, equipment committee, Zach is not here. I'll tell you a few things there. We've got a tractor without the turbo shot, and the boom mower, the hydraulic pump on the boom mower has quit, and it's about $1,500 to fix that, so we've got one of them ordered. And then I'm gonna keep the old one in case we can get it rebuilt. Of course, you don't have to trade the old one in. The turbo, it's gonna be a little more expensive, but anyway, and then the tractor, the one that we had at Jacoby's at the shop, was under warranty. We got it back. So everything else in the equipment, I guess, is going fine. Telecommunications, again, Zach's not here. Administrative Code Committee, Corey, anything? I know we still need to get together and make those changes that we didn't get done. But tourism, economic development, Dan?
Nothing to report.
All right, building and grounds, Will?
Oh, they called last week, so they're supposed to get started on the courthouse.
Yeah.
I guess it's probably this coming weekend, is that right?
Yeah, this week or first of next week, but since Oktoberfest is over, they're gonna put a fence around the courthouse. So,
I think it's this week.
okay.
And then the other thing, just real quick,
Well, how long have they projected that construction will last?
They said like 4 or 5 days. That's a bunch, they better have a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
say
people.
I was thinking more like weeks.
I don't think we'll wait for, but I think they said 7 days.
Yeah, just a handful of days.
And the other thing, the main person about the plans for the animal
Animal
shelter,
Yeah.
been on his honeymoon, and I just spoke with him, he said he should have an update in the morning, but they should be pretty much done
He got married too? Well, good.
last week. He just
All
got
right.
back from-
That's why we didn't have his plans. Probably. He had other plans,
Yeah.
as he should. So, all right, well,
We
that's
should have it
good.
for the next meeting.
All right, and, y'all take a ride back behind the dollar store, it's all green, we got this tall, we got it all leveled out where the impound lot's going. They're gonna set a temporary pole, so when you build a fence, it will have electric there. And I don't know if we'll keep that pole or whatever, Scott and I talked this morning about it. But,
The way I understood it, he said what he put there would be, would go,
could be permanent.
yeah.
But it's over, it'll be close to the fence, and then we've got the gravel road, 2 lanes, all the way around over behind the school, almost to the 4 lane. Probably 200-300 feet from the 4 lane. So, yeah,
I would think, like electric poles or whatever, since we're gonna build an animal shelter back there, we talked about going underground from the pole across the road by the high school, underground there. You know, why don't we keep all that utilities underground back through there, so when we do open that park up, we won't have all those poles and things, wires hanging down. We can go underground, this is easy. So, something to think about.
all right, all right. I mean, I know it adds some expense, extra expense, but I mean,
A
we,
lot of money going underground all the way to the ball park.
but anyway, we'll look at it, down the road. Anything else on buildings and grounds? All right, the insurance committee, we've got a meeting this Thursday at 11 a.m. With the insurance board. I hope this matches the one in my office, but it's Dan, Zach, Doug, Chris, Lynn, Todd Birch, Julie Sweezy, Lynn, Darrell Herndon, Andrew Ware is on it. Thought myself was on it. We made this list 113, but anyway, I'm planning to be there. I think that's everybody. Did I miss any? Does that sound right, Doug?
Pretty sure it's better, everybody, Scott Brown.
Yeah, Scott Brown with the insurance company is going to come and have answer questions. And what we're going to consider is the KCO plan that we have now to provide the employees' insurance versus the state plan. So we're trying to get the most bang for the buck on our insurance. So that's all I have on that. I want to do a few little changes because we have folks in the crowd, and I don't want everybody to have to stay way too long. Well, I tell you what, we may just run through this stuff pretty fast, so I'll just keep on going. The interlocal agreement with the city, basically, we still don't have that yet. I went to the city meeting the other night, and I know we were asking for more capacity, and they only want to give us enough capacity to possibly hook up a school complex down the road, which is somewhere around 17,000 gallons. That kind of puts us at a standstill as far as further economic activity that we could need with the sewer the development and so forth that we're doing. I know we voted the last meeting to hire HMB, I believe that's right, to do our site work or do the evaluation of what we might need, and two fellas from that group came today, and we had a meeting. Corey and I was in on it, and sanitation chairman Bill Dury and one of the members was in on it. But anyway, so they're going to start that process. I know they're going to speak with the Division of Water and see, what type of projects will work and won't work. I'm still not giving up hope that the city will join in with us, that we can work together and come up with a way for them to take our sewage that would come through the pipes and things that potentially we get funding to help lay. But anyway, we're trying to move that forward. One thing we didn't do last meeting, and I know we spoke about it, I wanted to make sure we pick this up, but I mentioned about that, getting that Kentucky Industrial Authority funding of $35,000, and I don't think that was included in the motion. So I think it would be proper that we make a motion to pursue that Kentucky Industrial Authority funding of $35,000 grant that would pay for that evaluation that we voted to do last month.
I'll make that motion.
All right, is there a second? Second. All right, we have a motion by Jim, second by Dan, to pursue the KIA funding of $35,000, and it's through KIPTA, Jim. So, any discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Budget amendment is in your book. Jumped it, didn't I? All right, I'm sorry. Bluegrass Fiber. You two fellas, if y'all like to come up. And basically, we've entertained you guys. Y'all came a couple times to talk with us, and I think in our book we have a lease agreement that where you all would like to use the tower that we have up at the road barn.
Yeah.
So before we vote on it, would y'all like to say anything about it, and then I'll open the floor to the court if they have any questions for me.
Well, as we
Introduce yourselves again.
I'm Derek Phillips.
I'm Sean Maloney.
As we discussed previously, we're trying to get internet down here. We talked about the test. You all wanted to sponsor it, so we're good to do that. We wanted to put Toronto equipment up there. I think the judge used to said something about trying to focus on the east part of the county and or the south.
Well, yeah, more than just,
Yeah.
We're gonna point this first 3 gigahertz sector southeast.
Yeah, it'll be like it'll cover 90 degrees.
So that's what we're gonna do our testing.
Okay.
And then we just need a lease agreement to put equipment on the tower, obviously, protect our equipment, protect you guys, protect any interference, and pretty sure there's EMS equipment on there. So. And then I did put a price in there, $100 a month. That's typically what we pay for most of our towers. It covers, I'm sure y'all want something that will cover utilities, maintenance, things like that.
So who pays the electricity bill?
You all do.
The equipment we're using, it's 24 volt, 1 amp.
Will it be
Couple dollars.
electrical meter at the base of that for you guys?
No, we tap, it's in the lease agreement. We tap into the electric that's there.
It's only gonna take 1 outlet. It's gonna be 3 4 dollars.
Yeah, we put, most of our stuff is just run off of one outlet and we put switches in and things like that, so.
Yeah, I had a question on here, and I asked Corey about it. It talked about the, you know, not us, no one would be responsible for damage caused by fire or any of the risk, with the standard all-risk policy. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
that it would ever catch on fire up there unless it's struck by lightning.
No, yeah.
But it could blow down, you know, or someone could accidentally hit a guide wire, even though it's in a chain link fence. Someone could hit a guide wire and then the whole thing fall down. But I was asking Corey if that would be covered under all risks.
Yeah, that was something that Sheriff and I looked at. We had other changes as well. Suggested changes, ordinance, but definitely on section 11. For any loss or damage caused by an act of God or an act of God rule would be added on firearm being risk of
All right.
typically not being shared. We have some other things we have a copy of this concept.
Okay. Yeah, can you share y'all ready to vote on this tonight? Go ahead, Jim.
On page 32, is it the term,
32.
for 5 years?
Oh, okay.
It's actually in the second page of the contract.
Second page, under the
Paragraph
term,
2.
5-year lease.
Yeah, that was just our standard, what we usually
Okay,
see, so.
I would like to see maybe 2 years. Okay, and then if we can, if your 5 years can extend,
Can we do a 2-5 then? Does that work?
I would rather see a 2 year.
Just to, you realize like if we usually have long agreements, lease agreements for power equipment like most telecommunication companies, because we put it up and then you all won't renew the lease and you've got, by then,
Well, I don't think it would be any
people that
problem us renewing
No,
the lease.
no, that would-
Yeah, that's what I was saying, you know, if you read this,
That's
it's
just
just a
what it's
5 year too, and then it automatically rolls over to another 5 years. So can we do a 2 year that automatically rolls over to a 5 year unless you all say,
Or do you
don't
want to
wanna do it?
I'd rather go a 2 year, roll over to another 2 years, and then keep rolling over 2 years, and if we're satisfied, no problem.
All right, that's
I
reasonable.
mean, that's just.
Yeah, we can do that, that's
something.
what you all want.
Again, this is just standard lease we have with most of our tower companies, so we just.
Because, you know, if we enter a 5-year lease with you, then all of a sudden, something goes wrong, but,
Yeah,
Let's-
What do you think would go wrong? What are your,
who knows? I mean, we don't.
I don't know.
You got a middle bank, you know, whatever. I just don't think we're entering into that long-term agreement on something that's basically a test for you guys to see if it's going to work.
I think before I want to go on this, our county attorney needs to go through it all, because he thinks our lease agreement should
I think
be.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we offered that, I think you said you all didn't have time to do that.
I was thinking like you just got it, we went that time.
We went through it today.
I mean, basically, are you comfortable, or would you like additional time, because we can vote on it first meeting in November?
We can go through the proposed changes, or, we can,
I'm fine with going through the changes, if you all want to do that.
Well, yeah, what are your other changes?
Here's a red line version of it.
and when we had the Word document through all the spaces, so section 1, the use, such use includes, striking, but is not limited to, adding after exhibit A, and any other such uses as agreed to in writing by lessor. Section 8, below that, paragraph on this second to last full line, the word paragraph, striking, provided as such all the way through government regulation. Section C, after the first sentence, lessor shall provide lessee with access to electric to utilize some pattern of lessee's equipment. Adding the sentence, the cost of such access to and use of electric shall be the sole responsibility of lessee.
So for that, are you saying you would want us to get a meter?
That was
We,
what we were.
yeah, we probably need to.
If we need time to parse it out,
Yeah.
we can do it in November.
Yeah, what do y'all think about let us get it together, let him make the corrections that we need, and we can keep discussing it tonight, and then they'll present it back to you, and if that's satisfactory to you, then we'll bring it up at our next meeting. I know it's, I don't want y'all think we're kicking the can down the road forever.
I'm ready to do it, but if they put it together and come to contract, and they agree on, Cory agrees to protect us as a county, that's something they let us them, then they can just get it to be presented and roll on it. We don't have to keep wasting time here and now. I don't need to listen to Cory tell them, the lesser this, strike, not live it too, they work that out on their own.
I don't want us
I mean, I'm gonna sit
to,
here and listen about internet collection meetings for like 3 hours.
I don't want us to vote on the document that's not down on paper yet either.
That's what I'm saying.
For us to discuss it with them, such changes as being reasonable, support the report, review,
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, I'm comfortable with the document that you all present us that has our necessary changes, and I think the court will probably be comfortable too. And I think that's the best angle, because we need to make a few changes.
Whatever y'all come up with, Cory presented, we'll vote.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
We
got it.
gave them the red line version of
Okay.
the addition that was in here, that are suggested changes. You all want to authorize us to work it out with them and then at the next meeting.
Yes. Yeah, we can do that by general consent. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Let Cory take care of getting the language together.
Yeah.
General consent, okay?
And you redline this?
Yeah, Cheryl.
Get a course contact. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, anything else you all wanted to ask us?
I mean, I know we're gonna do a trial run, I guess, and if it works out good, y'all will be ready to do what?
Yeah, we just come back with them on you guys. We already, I mean, this is what we do for, we've been looking at, internet since 2018, so we know this is gonna work, we're not looking at that, so we'll just come back and you all guide us and we'll just go from there.
Okay.
As fast as we can cover the county, depending on you guys.
Y'all have a map of what area.
We've sent out a couple, I got a couple more. Again, we've asked you all to guide us as to what areas you want to focus on, but as far as EMS goes, you have sent some stuff and I have some other things too.
I mean, it's some folks that I've seen on Facebook that have been crying about no internet.
Yeah, we've got
Looking up
dozens and
Starlink.
dozens of people down, asking us to come down here, so that's why we started the process. We look up Starlink, and they call us. Yeah, I've got Starlink.
Look them up all the time.
Well, it's a good idea, but it doesn't work.
I mean, we're after more options for our folks.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
all right. All right, thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all have a.
I did, well, I sure asked about the east and,
We didn't do another one of
I
the,
said, yeah, you might have that one in already.
we didn't do another one of the pin drop maps, because those maps are actually.
They're just really expensive.
Okay.
They
We
cost,
had,
they
we
charge
actually paid $1,000 for those little maps.
All right, no, we're
I
fine.
want to make sure we do this test, let's point in a direction that's less,
Was that down
less
to
Shelby,
District
less
two?
Shelby County, more Spencer County.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on
that's what-
southeast.
Yeah, we
said
had, we did that just to show what the technology could do, so we didn't really have an idea of where you all, at the time, I didn't think we had an idea of where you all wanted to point it, but,
I want to point it in Spencer County.
yeah, I know that.
we
So-
can't help that the equipment goes beyond Spencer County, fixed wireless equipment, it just goes.
Well, just
for
wherever it
every
needs to be
mile.
pointed to get the most bang for buck in Spencer County.
Well, you all tell us, where do you all want it pointed? I mean, is that southeast off the EMS?
From
tower? Is that where you want it?
for instance, from EMS tower, from east, we can hit to, about Little Eden area. So from the EMS tower, if we went
Or
south,
Mount
we
Eden,
can cover.
Mount Eden.
Yeah, Mount Eden, Little,
Yeah.
we can almost get to Mount Eden, but not great. We can get to Little Eden. Now, if we point it south on Toronto, we can get below the lake, we can get to the RV
get
parks
Ashes
and
Creek
everything.
area where
Yeah.
it'll get.
So we can split, that's why I was just
Or
gonna split the
Wakefield,
difference. and
probably get
point it
Wakefield.
south
Well, that's
east.
kind of what I was thinking, you know, normally they go for Bell Creek, while they, you know, they got spectrum and stuff, so let's keep it going southern.
Give us a suburb that you're interested in covering, just to,
What's the possibility of going to precinct?
about $175,000.
Okay, but I mean,
Yeah, we can do that, that's what we wanna do, that's the goal, once we do the test, show you what it'll do, that's what we wanna do, but we can't go out of business doing that, I mean, we've got.
We'd actually like to do this test, and then we'd like to go to Mount Eden and point down towards Taylorsville Lake. And I'd like to make a triangle around that Taylorsville Lake area, if that's what you want.
We wanna cover the whole
Specific
county
one.
eventually.
But eventually, the EMS tower, I mean, it's in a great location, it's centrally located, so going 360 out there would be great. It's just more equipment, more expensive. Plus, we're using the 3 gigahertz, which does go through trees a lot better, but it's twice the cost. But it's twice the cost for the tower equipment, and it's twice as the cost for the CPU and customer equipment. So every customer we put is $1,000 for that 3 gigahertz stuff. But it's, again, it's non-line of sight, more power, it's closer to mobile technology, and it's a licensed band, so it'll go through the street.
Yeah, it's considered reliable by the property association, just for free.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
Thank you guys, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next, item 3, budget amendment, it's on page 38 in the book. We've sent it off, we've signed it, and sent it back, so we need to have our second reading on the budget amendment. In motion to approve the second reading.
Motion approved.
All right, is there a second? Second. All right, have a motion by Mike, seconded by Will, to approve the second reading of our budget amendment, which is in your book. Any discussion?
I'm assuming nothing changed this Thursday.
Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll, please.
Sawyer Travis,
yes.
Sawyer Patton. I'm sorry. Sawyer Stump,
Yes.
Sawyer Ferris,
Yes.
Sawyer Eldridge.
Yes.
Judge Travis,
Yes. All right, motion passes. Budget amendment, we'll get that signed and done. Next, the top flight stop signs, I know we discussed it a little bit earlier.
I'll just
Go ahead, Jim.
I'll make a motion that we change, we voted last time to put one of the stop signs at Clubhouse Court and the landings. And we need to change that and to the landings to Eagle Nest instead of Clubhouse Court. We need to make a vote on that. It was just a change.
Change on one
I
sign.
make a motion that we change it from Clubhouse Court to Eagle's Nest.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Jim, seconded by Mike, to make the change from Clubhouse Court to Eagle's Nest for a 3-way stop sign in Top Flight. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Now we have some ordinances for some roads.
What about solid waste? We put it back.
Well, it's next. The stop signs and then these other ordinances
They kind of go along with it.
kind of go along together.
Okay.
But anyway, I passed these two out, and first I want to do this one that, basically it says Top Flight, it has Clubhouse Court, Moonlight Cove, Eagle's Nest, Golden Views, Bird's Eye Court. See the ordinance related to adoption of roads on the county road system. Request been made to Spencer County Fiscal Court to formally adopt the roads that are listed here in the county road system, whereas they have been inspected by the county engineering firm and found to meet current road specifications. Now be therefore ordained, Spencer County Fiscal Court, Commonwealth of Kentucky, hereby grant final adoption into the road system of these 5 roads that I listed. And it has the footages on those roads. Now, if you get on down there, let's see, development of Top Flight, landings consisting of Clubhouse Court, Moonlight Cove, Eagle's Nest, Golden View Court, Bird's Eye Court, shall be held by the fiscal court for 1 year after the adopted date of this ordinance. the bond amounts reduced to 50%. Ravenswood was reduced to 50% by ordinance 2 in 2010 series, and ready for release. So, following satisfactory and final inspection. But anyway, we're voting to take these 5 roads into the road system.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept these 5 roads: Clubhouse Court, Moonlight Cove, Eagle Nest, Golden Dew Court, and Birdseye Court into the county road system.
Judge Travis,
Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, Bart.
Please,
Yeah, Mr. Stark?
forgive me for interrupting. My name's Bart Stark. These roads that you're getting ready to vote on, I had finished this project in March of 2020. I've written an original letter to Judge Riley on December the 10th of 2020. I have done everything. Julie just put this together for me today, but I'm asking, I've already reduced this bond from $102,000 to $51,000 2 years ago when I sold it to, I think, Trevor Brown and Josh Long. And I'm just asking that I completely be done with it, because I've been paying this and paying this and paying this. Like, I know it's just, it's not $102,000 I'm paying every year, but I have fixed and fixed and fixed. And Eric Bean, he had sent several different wrong addresses, so where I was supposed to repair some things that was not there. Jason Klempner, who was the developer of the property, went out 3 different times in the past 18 months fixing things that we were trying to ask where they were. I went out there with Todd Birch and Eric Bean on a 3-way call about 10 days ago, and I sent them pictures with everything that we had replaced and remediated some concrete from a homeowner. And I'm just asking to be done with it. I've done everything that I was asked to do, even though I know I'm not a developer. I was advised on every stitch with Trevor Brown and Jason Klempner. But I'm just asking to be completely done with it tonight. I've been doing the snow removal and salt on it for 4 years, and it's about $15,000 a year I spend on it. I'm just asking to be done with it.
All right, well, tonight, I guess we'll be voting to take these into the road system. And since Julie's not here, I'm probably gonna need to get a little more information. Corey, you and Cheryl advised me, I'm not doing this the best.
Are you talking releasing like Ravenswood?
The whole thing. It should be the Landings, Eagle's Nest, Moonlight Cove, Clubhouse Court, Birdseye Court, and Golden View.
Yeah, because the reason why is because it hasn't listed the Clubhouse Moonlight Cove because there's going to be a Birdseye adopting those, and then from it's reducing 50%. And then Ravenswood was already reduced, so that was releasing out.
Ravenswood, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Thomas, is that very back section closest to the Shelbyville end. That I stopped it there and sold that to Trevor and Josh.
Yeah, I'm just going off of what
It's more than we're but it's released from all.
Well, I think by our planning and zoning regulations, it says that we'll hold it 50% on for 1 year after we adopt these
releasing
roads.
those 5.
I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can vote on it because that's
Well, the renewals now, the reason why this is coming up again, Mr. Travis, is like, it's coming up because my money's due next Monday. And every year I've been, not Judge Travis, but I sit with Mr. Burson in there. It's just time. I mean,
But I don't think we as a court can vote to do that.
well, you may not, I'm just asking for, I guess I'm asking for, I mean, I've been doing this for way too long, and I haven't done anything in there almost 3 years. Everything's been sold, and I've paid a ton of money to do what I was supposed to do.
But I think you're asking us to do something.
Right. I'm just asking for the mercy of the court, I guess. I watch maybe too much TV. I don't know if that's the right word. If you can't do it, I get it. I'm just here telling you that I've been in more meetings and more emails, and nothing has been. For the 4 things they put on this list almost 3 years ago to today,
I think a year from now, we come back and 50% will be gone.
I hope so.
But anyway, I mean, tonight our ordinance will be accepting these roads into the road system. And then, I mean, Todd and Julie, legal, will work out that other part. But this will be the first step to accept the roads.
And I don't have a problem with getting that 100%. I think it's a legal issue.
That's fine, and they've already told me that, Todd and Julie both. They've said it's something you gotta do, and I think that with the, I mean, I've got probably 15 more emails, if y'all need to send copies between the correspondence I've had with Eric Dean and Mr. Burks and Julie, so if I need to do that.
We voted on for 3 years, but we sold it 2 years ago.
They had said there was 4 pieces of criteria that need to be fixed for the surveyor to approve the release to Mr. Burks. 2 of the 4 we did immediately. The other 2 things that need to be done was about a piece of concrete this big with a crack smaller than a piece of hair that we did that. It was the wrong address. And the other one was a piece of concrete that was about 8 by 8. It was, had a homeowner had poured their concrete and they got a little spill out of just some concrete. We just took a chip and got it out.
I mean, basically, it's a checklist that Todd and Eric Bean have to be satisfied is all checked, and they can't do it until everything is checked.
Yeah, I think he sold it.
They're done, and one of the 4 too was a drain cover was not in the right direction, and the other one was, you know, I guess what I'm saying is I was trying for, Jason Clipner has done several of our infrastructure places out here, he knows this, and he's who I went to, and I'm just saying maybe something slipped through the cracks on this, on my side as far as trying to get this expedited. You know, I don't know anything about anything, but I'm just trying to get my hands released from it, but.
Well, there were a few things that just repaired recently, correct?
The crack in the curve of the concrete, and then that little piece of concrete, but both of those
Yeah.
were originally on a incorrect address that was given to us.
When you sell the development, he's been a part of the development 2 years, right?
Correct.
Well, I mean, we're trying to clean it up.
Maybe if we can do anything, Judge Travis, maybe we could ask that, I don't know how the extension goes, but my renewal money for the road bond I'm not even due, I'm almost certain it's the 19th, so the 20th, next Monday.
Yeah, whenever you come to town, make sure you stop in and get with Julie, because she takes care of that.
Yes,
So
sir.
that way we can make sure everything gets, done as needs to be. We want to expedite it too. We don't want to tie up people's money for no reason.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and whatever we can do, just, I'll check with Julie, and thank you all.
But anyway, tonight we just have a first reading, and then we'll have a second reading and dropping these roads at the next meeting. I forget to go over first readings. We did, so we got a motion.
I
on the
believe
floor
it was a motion to adopt, but I think it's just the first reading.
To set the first reading.
Yeah.
All right, we had a second.
Second, if we did.
Second by Will. Any more discussion on the adoption of these roads in first reading? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. We got the same deal on the, while we're here, Arbor Green. I passed that around to you guys. It's basically the same deal, adopting roads into the county road system, the first reading. Arbor Green Way, 0.27 miles, and Brianna Court, 0.16 miles. It basically has the same language. So this being the first reading, entertain a motion to,
Motion to accept the first reading.
of the adoption of the roads into the road system. All right, is there a second? Have a motion by Jim, second by Dan, to approve the first reading on the adoption of these 2 roads, Arbor Green Way and Brianna Court, in the county road system. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. We got those now. Solid waste ordinance. Jim, anything?
No, it's not in our packet, so I just wanted to go on.
Well, it's,
We had some changes that somebody wanted to make.
I just want to read it again.
Well, at our last meeting, you said you wanted to read it for this meeting, so did you read it?
I read it, and I don't have any changes.
Well,
So there you go.
I do have one, but it says open burning of any matter
in such a manner that the combustion resulting from the burning is emitted directly into the outdoor atmosphere without passing through a stacker chimney. So,
my concern with the lights.
yeah, so maybe that should, I mean,
Where's that at, Dan?
it's in,
How deep?
I don't have a copy.
It was definition, that's how they define open burning.
yeah, that's how they do
Oh,
it.
open burning.
So, it was under,
I found it.
yeah.
You know, again, guys, we went through these changes over and over and over and over and over again for 2 years. You know, you may not like this, you may not like that, but, you know, we can hash this out and
So if that's just the definition of open burning, then I'm okay with
definition.
it. Okay.
I think we decided, I think the word pointed, I think that's just, it's defining the term open burning.
Right.
I think I have
It's
one.
under the definition.
Section 1 definitions, that's one.
That was my thing, but then I went back and reread it.
What else, Dan?
Shall be unlawful for any person, section 9, prohibited practices, shall be unlawful for any person to dispose of garbage, refuse, rubbish, or construction debris, dumping same on any premise in Spencer County with or without the consent of the owner of the premises. So, every house that's built out here has construction debris buried in the ground.
No, that's
I know a lot of them.
No, that's not true.
I tell you, a lot of them, I dig it up every day.
He said everyone.
Well, not every one of them, but that's a common practice. I'll say that.
Works.
Well, you know, I built houses for 30 years in county, and at the beginning, yes, it may have been like that, but in the last several years, it's not like that. You know, there's dumpsters on site for that.
Which letter was that one, Dan?
That was A under section 9, prohibited practice.
So read that one more time.
It says dispose of garbage, refuse, rubbish, or construction debris by dumping same on any premise in Spencer County with or without the consent of the owner of the premises.
Is prohibited.
It says it should be unlawful for any person to do.
I agree. Then it should be.
I agree with that, yes.
Okay, so what's your line?
I'm just saying that,
So what's your objection?
yeah. Yeah, it also calls in here for a, do we actually have a, well, I can't find the name right now. A person, a sanitation commissioner or whatever they're called. I mean, they call it in
That
this
would
ordinance.
probably be Julie's office. Karen, it has to be one of those two, but I mean, Karen is not charged with going out looking at this, but I mean, we have the, you have the building inspector as far as new construction. But as far as, it would be Julie's office. Well, it would be Julie's office, that would go out when they get a complaint to do an inspection.
One more.
All right?
Section 11.4, restrictions of composition of solid waste. It just says dead animals. A lot of people bury pets in their backyard. I mean, I can understand, you don't want people burying cows or sheep or farm animals in their yard.
Well, a farmer can legally bury it.
So, it says it should be unlawful for any person to place in a solid waste container located
At the
Convenience
convenience
of
center.
following materials, yeah, okay, so it's talking about, put them in the,
Don't put your
Yeah, you
Your
can't,
garbage.
you can't put them in the.
but you can bury them in your yard. All right. Is there,
Anything else?
Are we in agreement then?
yes,
I make a motion that we
Look at this.
approve the solid waste ordinance that was presented in 2021.
I'll say that.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we didn't make any changes. Yeah, as presented.
As presented.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion by Jim, second by Dan, to approve the Spencer County Solid Waste Ordinance. Of course, this will be a first reading. Approve it as a first reading. The solid waste ordinance as presented to us in discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Well, that was the first reading.
Long haul.
What's the, I think Jim spoke.
All right, now we're down to, we're actually running pretty good. We're down to, we ain't been an hour yet, y'all. I don't want to teach us, but EMS, I did.
Moving off the slope.
Now, Chris, you're up. We have several things, but go ahead.
First one is a new hire, EMT named Tiffany Williams, contingent on the results from her background check and drug test at $15 an hour. To get full-time employment.
I make a motion to hire Tiffany Williams for $15 an hour. Being that she meets
Contingent
the
on hiring
qualifications.
requirements, yeah. There a second?
Second.
I already have a motion by Will, second by Dan, to hire Tiffany Williams, starting at 15 an hour. This is part-time,
Full-time.
full-time, contingent on meeting all hiring requirements. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. This next thing will be a little more time consuming.
There's a contract in your packets for a new medical director. The state requires that each ambulance service have a licensed physician as a medical director, and that physician must either be a board-certified emergency physician or have a handful of classes. That is a recent change in the KRS and KR, whatever governs the EMS regulations. Our current medical director is not board certified as an emergency physician, and who has failed to get his advanced trauma life support class, which is required. We've been on it for about a year and a half, almost 2 years to take this course, and he has just failed to get that certification. So
Be an employee.
we pay him as a
Versus contract.
So we pay him, yes. So he's just failed to do that, and we were left with no choice but to find a new medical director. So in the packet, there's a contract. We have talked to a couple of doctors. Aaron Kuzel is the one that fits best. He has all of the proper certifications and is also a board certified emergency physician. He works out at University of Louisville Hospital, which is the trauma center downtown. So along with him being our medical director, we also gain the benefit of having the University of Louisville Hospital be our medical control from when we need to call in on runs and get some orders that may be pushing our scope of practice or what out of that. So our recommendation is to contract with Aaron Kuzel. I believe it's $1,400 a month. U of L has a minimum. That's the minimum that they would accept for the contract doctors to be on that.
What would we pay them
We're grossly underpaying the previous medical director. We're paying him $300 a month. But that is the cheapest medical director in the state. So it is an increase. We've been on it for a year and a half.
We have, we tried.
Yeah.
You don't need to take it back to the road.
You know, basically, this is one of those expenses that most people don't even think about. It never dawned on me, you know, they have to have a licensed doctor so they can have the medications they need in the ambulances. You know, you can't just put them in there.
Yes, the medical director, he oversees like prescribing and making sure we get all of our medications. He approves all of our medical protocols before we submit them to the state for final approval. So he oversees, basically he's the medical control. He is the ultimate authority on the medicine that we provide in Spencer County.
I don't think that your work, he's liable
He is.
for you all's.
So built into
They
our
really
contract.
mess something up.
So-
Are their protocols cause some action? That medical director.
So built into their expense through U of L on the contract price covers like the malpractice and malpractice.
No, it's a great idea, they can go director out of U of L when you're gonna take all your truck stuff and all this stuff too. So I don't know if
There's one little change on page 47. I know this is Just the typographical error, 47 at the bottom. It says DU of L.
They corrected that.
They corrected that? All right, never mind.
When I said that before, I think it's been corrected.
Yeah, did they add the notice to, all of this to,
Yeah, the one you sent me, I sent it back to them, I didn't have any problem with it.
So on page 7, notice.
Okay. All right, yeah, the final document will include all of that. Okay.
It is, year to year, so we do it automatically renewed.
All overdue.
So we don't need to bring it back unless we are unhappy or if anything else is gonna happen.
I'll make a motion to contract, with Aaron
Who's that?
Kuzel, with U of L Health, be the new medical director for Spencer County EMS.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion by Mike, second by Dan, to contract with, the individual mentioned. I can't find his name.
Aaron Kuzel.
Aaron. Still on the page, it's
It's on 43.
Okay. That's why it's not in the contract, it's on the page. Yeah, Aaron Kuzel, all right, with U of L to be our new medical director. Any discussion?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It said 7 hours a month. What happens when it goes into overtime?
I don't foresee it ever going into overtime. To be quite honest, Dr. Martin, who has been our medical director since, probably 2012-ish, I've never seen him step foot in that room. And then we're only paying the guy $300 a month.
Well, that's my next question. You,
Robert and I both sat down,
Robert,
Robert and I have both sat down with Dr. Kuzel on multiple times now. We've laid out kind of what we expect, he's laid out what he expects, and we're all on the same page. He's gonna come in and assist us in some trainings, and he's going to, if Robert or I have some concerns that we can't answer or address in related to some patient care involved in runs, he is really willing to take a look at those and give guidance. I believe he is going to be a positive change for our service. And he's going to bring some, he's a little bit younger, so he's nothing against our old medical director. Dr. Martin's a great physician, but he is very, I guess, old school, where Dr. Kuzel is younger and is more on top of current trends and current medicine. So it's going to be a solid.
So basically, we'll have a timesheet, so it may not cost $1,400 a month, correct?
I believe 1,400 was the minimum.
It is the minimum, okay. So it's
So I don't think
good,
we're ever gonna go over.
but well, you don't think, but it could.
It could,
But you and Robert will be watching
yes.
this.
Now, if we had like a
Tell you what
major,
happens if it does.
if they would just bill us at 200 an hour.
so it wouldn't be overtime.
No,
We would be $200
contract.
an hour if you work out.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway.
you know, if we had like a major disaster, he came out here and started assisting us with patient care, you know, something major happens, it is foreseeable that we could go over on that.
Absolutely, and if that ever happens, we want him here.
But, so,
Help ourselves.
other than that, like normal sunny day operations, we will never go, we'll probably never go 7 hours, and that's the minimum contract.
You wouldn't pay them that long, do it like 7 hours.
Well, I plan on getting 7 hours.
Yeah, utilize the entire 7 hours, yeah.
So all right, we have a motion and a second on the floor, right? All right, any other discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of the contract with the fellow with U of L as medical director, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Ambulance repair,
Next in your folder,
page 52.
we had an ambulance that was sent off for some air conditioner repair back during the really hot snap. When they got that, they gave us an estimate, and apparently it ran over, and then they found an issue with, the truck had a wobble in the front end. They tried to investigate that, they couldn't find it, it ended up being tires. Looks like they charged us for the, inspection of,
And I called, and I I talked to the individual's name, it's on page 52. I talked to the fellow up there at the top, the service advisor, and I said, hey, explain that 979.16. And he did. They put it up, they actually jacked it up on a floor jack and looked at it, charged us that, and then
$1,000 they're paying.
customer pays shop charge there at the bottom. I said, what's that for? He mentioned some things that that's for. But basically, when we go over there, I know they worked on the transmission for us. Saved us quite a bit of money there. But anyway, whenever we got a front end problem, we probably need to take it somewhere else.
We did recently find
Scott
out,
can go up and go from Robert.
so and different from this, I'm kind of saying, O'Brien Ford has now upgraded their facility to where they could work on the trucks and motors. We were kind of stuck with going to there or to Lexington or Raleigh because that's our largest ambulance and we have a lift for
So,
Medley's, Tony's, nobody?
not for like transmission work or something like that.
But I mean, they jacked it up and inspected the front end and said they couldn't find anything except the tires for the shop, you know. Was it the tires that was the problem, or was it something else? The
The tires.
I don't know what else they did, but I did call about those expenses because they looked excessive. He gave me his explanation for it.
Which line was that?
But he didn't come down, did he?
No,
Did we vote not to pay that?
How much is it over what was original?
I mean, I guess we could dispute what to charge and Corey would have something else to do.
What was the original?
It was right at 3,000. That was because originally went over for that air conditioning, so.
So I'm sure that there's a motion somewhere in there,
So
to
what
not
is the
exceed
total?
X amount of dollars.
Total's on page 53, it's 4668.
I'm not sure.
So the $979.16 plus $360.72.
Was extra, yes.
Tell us again, Tyler. Can you explain what customer pay shop charge for repair loop?
Is that the miscellaneous charges? Yeah, that's the miscellaneous charges.
I think we already disputed that.
It's just, rags and cleaner and bolts and that was his answer.
Well, usually for like,
That,
it's usually like,
that was his answer.
a good thing, like practice, like if I'm gonna go over the estimate, that I expect them to call me and say, hey, it's gonna be more. I'm just doing everything once, so you do it.
Well, y'all can, the choice is ours.
But this work has been done, it's done, and we just need to pay the bill.
We got this
Well, we
bill.
got the invoice and we
I got them over the head.
That's a decision we all made. I tell you, the ambulance is running fine now. We'll fix it. So,
Everything cool?
We,
It says customer handling service.
Yep, I was asking to spend that $100, split it up.
There was over $1,300 charges with their, just jacked,
well, again, Corey will advise us right now as to how the outcome is gonna result, probably. Speculate on the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, that would pay our income insurance for because of what we did, so.
Yeah, it's like that, but,
I would say they would potentially have a claim,
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
They're pretty much the only specialty shop that can work on these specialty vehicles.
correct.
So I don't know that I want to get into it.
Right, no contest.
They strictly work on fire trucks and ambulances.
They must have a specialty flashlight to look at those tires.
Well, one thing for sure is we probably don't need to ask them to look at the front end next time. So, I mean, we could, it sounds like we probably need to pay the bill and move on and then be cautious next time when we ask about.
Well, I think we should understand, like whoever takes it over there, if they wanna make a comment about whatever, they need to make sure that they understand that. Last time they made a comment about whatever, it cost us $1,400. So either bring it up for the fiscal court and we get an estimate and prove it that they handle whatever, or
Well, but then we've got 4 ambulances that we gotta keep running.
good thing we took it over and this is something about the back end, we would have been that, we might have been
Well,
that.
we gotta try to keep 4 ambulances going, and a lot of, one time this year, we had 1 ambulance run.
I understand you gotta keep it running, but, you know, but we can't be overshooting estimates by $1,300 either, and just not have any recourse for action. He should have called and said, look, you know, I can check this out, it's gonna be this much more, this, you have a heads up, instead of throwing it up.
To be fair to Atlantic, this is the first time they've ever came in over the bills.
That's how it starts.
And I think this start with this front end thing was just something not included in the estimate, it was just something, hey, we got a problem here, while it's here, take a look at it.
I was wondering, if this doesn't show their labor rate or anything.
No, that's what I was wondering, because it's $979 in labor.
The standard big shop is 160, 180 an hour, like you go to Cummins or something. So I'm not good at math, but if I figure 1,300 divided by 180.
But I mean, this, you know, again, this is a specialty
5 or 6
shop.
See, they work on ambulances. Just not. But
Hopefully old Brian will be able to do that.
So y'all wanna pay this bill, or you want us to,
Well, I guess, man,
test it?
pay it, but you should call.
Pay it.
Make the motion that
but
we
you
pay
should
it.
give them an airport.
All right, I'll call him again. All right, we have a motion by Jim, is there a second? Pay this ambulance bill at Atlantic.
Second.
Second by Dan, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor of paying this bill, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes, we'll get it paid, and I'll make a copy.
The last thing I have on there, we have the Auto Pulse, which is an automated CPR device that has stopped working. We've sent it to Zoll to get a repair estimate. I believe that is in your packet. It's about an $18,000 piece of equipment, so it's definitely cheaper to repair it than to replace it. So
What's it do?
it's an automated CPR
That
device.
was just the person.
It does.
Put on.
So it does, so like we're transporting somebody to cardiac arrest, and we're looking for cardiac arrest, we place them on it. And it was perfect CPR the whole time. So it's about $18,000 piece of equipment new. The repair bill is $2,239, so
Do we buy this from Zoll?
yes.
They're working on their own equipment.
We bought this,
That's why we only got one estimate.
yeah, they're the only ones that
They're the
really,
ones that work on it.
it's proprietary equipment.
Yeah, I was curious, yeah.
So we bought these, recertified or refurbished through, so we bought 4 of them, the quart before your last question, so they are all going on, 7, 8 years old at this time. But it's definitely more beneficial now to pay the repair bill and try to.
I'll make a motion that we pay the repair bill of $2239.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Jim, seconded by Mike, to pay the $2239 to Zoll to fix the equipment listed here. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Scott, do you care if I skip you just a little
Thank you,
bit?
Jamie.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Okay. All right, I want to skip to Christmas on Main Street, because I think we got a Main Street lunch here. Well, we have Main Street and we have Christmas on Main Street. Let me let Main Street go first. Is that all right, Sandy? Pete? All right. Y'all come ahead. Well, this is not the Christmas on Main Street.
This is regular.
This is just Main Street. Yeah, it's not. Thank you.
This ain't on the agenda.
No.
We asked you for
Yeah. Again,
appreciate you taking time out.
we put fire stick out.
We have 5 projects that we're navigating over the next couple of years. The current project that's in flight is Jefferson Street, the bridge over Salt River, which is lighting and
Stamp concrete.
stamp concrete and mailboxes, and mailboxes on the street, stamp concrete. If you look on page 3, glasses up, it lists all 5 of our projects. So Main Street, obviously was done in 2007, 2010. Jefferson Street extension is being done now. The next project is the intersections on Main Street, which are this is blacktop, it's curved and blacktop. Blacktop, landscaping in there. We have some work at the state, to get that done. Then project number 4 is to continue the Main Street lights and stamp concrete all the way to the bridge on 44 starting at Washington. And then we're going to go down Taylorsville Road and do the same thing. Questions about those? There's little details about each one of them.
On number 4, I know when y'all, I don't know if it was with us or the previous court, but I remember y'all mentioned, it may have been here once before about, you're gonna change where we turn and head out that way, put some plants and things. I mean, are big trucks gonna be able to make that turn without running over your flyers?
That's not our project 4, so that's, we're talking Main Cross.
I'm sorry, Project 3.
No, it'll be inside of everything that's already there. So the current curve that's there,
But I mean, sometimes trucks run over that too.
yeah, we're gonna have basically about 3 feet of stamped concrete inside the curve. So they'll have an additional 3 feet from where the curve currently is now. We obviously don't wanna put any landscaping out to the edge of the curve that's there.
Well,
We'll have concrete.
And I mean, like when I used to race the bike, and I'd pull 3 wagons at a time because that's just what you did. And, you know, you got to swing real wide and then they have a long tail.
If Sisler and Nagler are gonna help us with that because the state's gonna get involved. We don't know what we can do. That's just the project, and in here is funding to go get estimates and get quotes and do the design for that. So we haven't designed it yet. Just have ideas.
Our next project that we have that's readily available, as I talked to you, Mr. Travis, the other day, was the signs entering Taylorsville, the one there at Country Mark.
So that's actually on page 7. Go to page 7. The rest of this is documentation for all this. We go to page 7.
What we'd like to do is take the one here at the south end of the town going out Winfield Road. We've already got approval from IMI to move that sign out on their property on the other side of the bridge. We'd like to do the landscaping the same, exact same as we have down the country. Taking the one at the middle school, leaving it exactly where it's at, and making it again look like the one in front of the country.
If you look on page 7, you can see what the country mark one looks like, and then you can see what the existing ones look like. We're gonna make them all look like the ones that country mark. They're a little bit smaller because the sign country mark's a little bit bigger footprint. It's about a 1.5 foot narrower, about 8 inches shorter.
And then the last one's up on the 4 lane across the street from Mexico.
So you're basically having 4 of these signs, like,
4 of those
Yes.
signs will all be lit. The difference is that the other 3 that we're doing are all gonna have landscaping. We're paying for landscaping to go in there, but we'll have landscaping down the front. We're gonna be sitting up a little bit higher on that base, columns, so we can put landscaping out front.
But they will look identical, just a little smaller version of the other 3. Again, the one in Country Mark is a foot and a half long.
Yeah, Page 8's a real good picture of the bigger, the one country one.
Yes.
did have some estimates. Cheapest estimate that we had, you have in your packet there. We were so grateful that the city of Taylorsville helped us out with Jefferson Street with the lighting, new poles going in, some of the Main Street, the new mailboxes, the stamped concrete.
We did really well.
Yes, we did ourselves. You know, Main Street is the only organization in Spencer County that's non-profit. All of our funding, such as Progressive Dinner Jail, all that funding goes directly back into the ministry. There's another organization within the county that is nonprofit that's had that for many, very specifically for housing for one person in our community. But again, this is beautification of Taylorsville. Again, our hearts on our sleeve, our hands in our pockets. So we're looking for some support, help to, and we look at this as a county project. It's not within the city limits of the county. It's a county project. It's to beautify Spencer County and Taylorsville.
You can see on page 9 the funding that we've gotten through so far. That's the funding for the first two. The city approved $63,000 for all the concrete lighting and stuff that we're doing on Jefferson and Main. And then Main Street Association, we funded the mailboxes. We're going to fund the landscaping on the signs. We're also going to fund the pavers on the corner of Jefferson and Main. Little patio pavers, they're always falling down. We're gonna pick those up and put shovels and put stamped concrete, more like a curb there instead of those pavers. They're partially on the sidewalk, and we're gonna use it inside the sidewalk. And then we're requesting $39,919.20 from the county to do all three of the remaining City of Taylorsville Spencer County signs. And the next request we have is project number 3 and 4, which is the intersection and then the work that we have to do to get engineering design done for the rest of Main Street.
Are you asking, you're gonna move one sign, you're gonna correct two, you're asking
We're going to 3.
for $40,000?
Yes.
That was our cheapest estimate. So most of it got done for the 1.1.
You don't work on Addison, do you?
No.
Wish we did if you approved that.
I'm going to call the bill.
Hey, we called a bunch of people, we tried to get the people that did the original sign out there. Talked to Harold, we're trying to find out who did the original, we couldn't find it, so we got a quote.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm all about beautification, I'm all about making things better, you know, and I applaud the work that y'all are doing, the stamped concrete, the lighting, looks great. Well, you come, you ask $40,000 for each sign, that's hard to convince you all.
$13,000 or something.
I'm just throwing that, I mean, that's good. When we have, we got a lot of needs, you know, and everybody wants a little bit of money, but $40,000 for these signs, it's just hard for me to swallow.
What does this sign actually cost? And then whoever's giving y'all this quote, are they quoting, I assume the sign maker's a different price than whose name is.
The sign's already there. This is
So you're gonna use these signs and then just do the.
Just the brick around them.
Just do, you gotta put a 6-foot by 10-foot pad underneath it, to be able to support the cinder blocks, and then it's pretty good. Well, you gotta put a foundation under it, but you do.
I understand what you're talking about, Michael, but this is probably the third or fourth time on the President Ministry that we've been asking for support, that the receiving support for a non-profit organization, only to find out we're supporting tourism. And we're still standing here with nothing. For crying out loud, we sponsored fireworks show over the
I'm not saying that you're standing here asking for money is wrong. I'm not saying that us giving you support is wrong. I'm saying $40,000 for 3 signs, I'd have trouble swallowing. If you came in there and you said, look, I need $4 grand to
we found the guy's been doing this time, we're gonna break these signs, or even 5, 6, 7, 10 grand. But 40 grand, that's a hard figure to swallow. I'm just saying the figure itself is hard to swallow. Not the principle of you being here or anything that y'all do or anything. I'm saying the figure itself is rough.
Okay, let me break that elephant in the room and take it one way at a time. The county has funded organization acts for over 5 years and $10. That's 50 grand. We have not received a penny from the county when we worked at those guys, asking for support. And yet they receive any support. So I understand your theory of looking at $40,000, but we're standing here thinking to ourselves, what are we doing wrong? Because we're not be able to get anything.
You'll notice at the bottom, there's a note on there that says, a volunteer for Main Street. That's me. I personally donated over $12,000 because I showed up to Chief Cup asking about how we're going to get lights on that bridge 7 years ago when I moved out here.
Yeah, they're supposed to be put on, Thanksgiving,
They are.
I've been told.
Yeah, they're now putting the conduit underneath. They had to run it, underneath without tearing up concrete. Signs will be done. Everything on Jefferson Street's going to be done here in the one and a half. So,
I'm about giving you money.
Yeah.
I'm about in the out of fairness. Don't hold shit against me. It didn't happen when I got here. And but I don't think I'm gonna throw some money up here. I'm not gonna speak the rest of it, but $65,000. Yeah, put it together.
And right now, this time of year, we're gonna have, actually, we have another organization tonight, right after you all, that's gonna be asking for money. And then there's, I know another organization that's gonna be coming in, asking for money, because it's that time of year where people wanna put on these events and stuff. So to approve this right now, I would have a hard time doing it without seeing. How can we, we don't want to give everything to the first people in line and then not have anything to give to anybody else.
Seems like that's what we've done for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you my personal opinion. Y'all need to call, I don't know who's got these bids from, but I know a lot of masons, and that is very nice masonry work. I don't see how it costs $14,000. Of these local guys or some companies from Louisville, big companies from Louisville.
No, they're county.
Maybe you should look at some of the people, because I know they put up a lot of stone fences and, signs for these horse farms going up to Shelby County. I don't know who's doing them, but.
This one's Niagara already having free, how much the city.
And it's about spending the county's money. I think it should be more.
So if we've got somebody else who wants to quote, we can. If you guys are willing to invest, we'll go do the legwork, get another quote.
That's all we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm willing to invest, but not these process.
Yeah.
Well, so, I'm trying to.
That's me, I'm gonna speak.
Yeah, brain, and so, does anyone have an appetite with funding the request that they gave to us tonight of $39,919 for 3? I haven't really seen any appetite for that much. So does anyone want to do one or want to make any contribution to the project of Main Street of replacing the 3 signs at this point? Or would you like them to get additional quotes and come back and see us, where hopefully we can get some cheaper prices?
Y'all go break the sign.
I'd like to see
Y'all got to ask
better
us.
pricing come back, and then we'll see if we can fund it all, or at least go a substantial way towards it.
Yeah. Trying to reach a resolve.
You kick your hand out the road, but here people,
Yeah.
what are you willing to invest? Nothing.
Who didn't say that?
Our half. Well, here we're gonna.
He's
go
asking
back.
them if they want to do a one or two.
Now we're a month, another 2 months down the road. We haven't received funding in the last 6 years.
Let's get on something, ain't got nothing to do with that.
I hear you, brother.
We did the court,
Well, someone come to your-
did the court not pay for some of the fireworks? The city paid, didn't we
Yeah,
pay
we
for
did.
some of the fireworks?
Yeah, those are gone, you
I
can't see them
know,
anymore.
I know, but we did fund some of that. Of course, that was not Main Street, that was the celebration.
Right.
To let you all know, I'm thinking all of you really don't know what Main Street is about. The whole Thanksgiving thing, from the courthouse, the fencing, the curb, the landscaping, at the memorial over the street. Every street downstairs is all designed, 155 out there in the store. The trees and, Rachel Park, the trees on the cross. I mean, it is really, when you stop and think about what Main Street has done. You know, we did the sidewalks out here, we did the planters, the trees, the benches, there's so much that we have done, and we never have really asked for anything. We did a lot of it with grants. The first phase we had, it was a grant that Main Street got. Nobody had to pay any city county, we didn't ask for anything. We did a lot of things happen. But I mean, our city, you know, I have a rich student, people come in there, you know, we talk about how we have like a little neighbor, you know, all that. It's a beautiful little place. And the part we don't understand is, you know, city maintain, actually, every money, every year, that happens in years. You know, we just think that this is your county seat. This is the county seat. You know, what we're asking for is just to be fair, you know, for you all to contribute a little bit of money.
I think, also, I say, I think that my discussion is maybe fell on deaf ears. I want to give you money. But at the same time, we all have been charged with being stewards of everybody's taxpayers' money. And if I was a taxpayer and I found out they took my tax dollars and spent $40,000 to get 3 signs printed, I would be upset. I want to give you money, I want you to complete your projects, but we gotta get a little bit reasonable. I just don't think that is a reasonable figure. If we get something out here that we can swallow, let's talk about money. Let's talk about giving it to you.
How much does the city give y'all annually?
Probably, over 20.
But you're asking us for 65.
They just gave us 39 bucks.
63.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Finish up.
we asked them,
And I still think I'm getting a lot for 65.
we asked them to, redo Jefferson Street. When I was commissioner, that was one of the things, Main Street went, we asked that they do that. So, we got part of that through municipal road aid money, which is like $63,000. So we look at it like the city was excited about giving Main Street money
And they're
to
gonna
make the
contribute.
city better.
They're gonna contribute to the expansion of Main Streets. I mean, that's the thing that, me personally, Main Street's one thing, but getting this stuff expanded to the bridges, all 3 bridges, helps expand downtown and make it, you know, more.
I think your scope of work and your vision is right on point. I just, you're not gonna get me paid $40,000 for 3 signs.
Beverly, did I understand you to say that the city, it says, contributed 63,000?
Yes.
But that came from, not from the city, but from rural aid?
Municipal road aid money.
Remember,
That's because, Main Street asked, you know, after we were gonna do it, and then money was there, and it was like, you know, why can't
Well,
we use?
why couldn't the county, look into secondary rural aid money also for this? Instead of just taking it out of the general fund? Like the city would. You know, it's kind of, it says here $63,000 approved by the city. You kind of like, it's not really being true.
it says municipal road aid in a previous slide, I just didn't put it, I didn't duplicate it there.
So, you know,
I'm with you, Jim, like, if we find a way to supplement and get that money from somewhere, you know, but taking $40,000 out of the general fund to property size is not feeling.
I don't really care what the city did, I'm not a competition with the city.
I'm going to, go ahead and we'll move on. It sounds like we would like to get some additional, see if you can get some more bids on the signs and come back and see us.
And I want you to understand, that's something that's reasonable. We're willing to give money to help you guys out.
Yeah.
Because we understand every point that you all make about this being a county seat. And, you know, we have a little bit of this county too. But I gotta make sure that we're spending it responsibly. And as long as I can make sure that you all are gonna spend it responsibly and get the most bang for the buck, we're open here.
And all of y'all have visited with Lisa Adler, looking for grants and so forth to do city beautification.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Hey, you don't come back.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Go ahead, Scott. Scott Herman, Sheriff's Department, if you're ready.
One more
Wasn't it
talk.
Christmas? You wanna go Christmas something?
Well, I'm fine with going ahead.
Coming,
Trying to get back to stuff.
come ahead, Sandy.
I missed my shot.
You should have jumped on that one, Scott.
I was too slow that time.
I'm not sure I'm gonna follow that.
All I did is, hey, we're gonna start next.
Okay.
Just tell us how much you got.
Gabe, I think, did everyone get a packet of what I asked?
Yeah, you want me to help you a little, Sandy?
Yeah, well.
Anyway, on page 59, she has her budget for, they're doing the Christmas on Main Street. And on page 59, you can see a lot of what they do, how many people they, try to help with different things, gift cards, so forth. If y'all haven't been to the Christmas parade, I know they have the Christmas tree show in the chamber where the judge, it's kind of like a mini homecoming of the evening. It's a great, it's a beautiful event, a nice parade, very well attended, or I know it was last year. So, but anyway, I asked Sandy to, have a budget together where we could kind of have an exact number of what money's paying for and what they were a little short on. So, go ahead,
Since
Sandy.
then, we have gotten another $500 sponsorship, which helps, everyone that helps. Our problem is that we've been doing the same things, and prices have gone up, and sometimes the donations go down. It's a tradition, it's been around a long time, probably before me. It is totally free. We do not allow any vendors. We set it up that way originally because we wanted, you have special programs for families who are at risk or in financial need. But we wanted to have something for children and their families that they didn't have to show that they were poor. That there was no elimination, there's no separation of the has and has-nots. And so that's the reason we do that. If we have vendors and that, then some of the kids' parents will be able to buy them all this, that, and the others. And the other, especially that time of year, their pockets aren't deep enough to do that. So if you have a few extra, whatever you could do to help, we would really appreciate it to help cover our expenses. It all goes to the families and the kids. What we have left over, it goes to one of the nonprofits in the county that makes sure it goes to families in need. And we'd just be happy anything you could do for us.
You're asking for 72
Well, that is what our budget is for the main hall and for the gifts that we give out to kids. the bottom one, the next one is the food. We get the early learning center in the school system. They let us use that. And we have games and crafts for the kids, and we feed the kids and their families, and give them hot chocolate and that type. So it's a pretty big celebration. The one thing, this won't color what you're going to do. The one thing that's nice about our parade, it's cold. Yes, it's cold, so it's not long, but it's at night. So our parade is lit. And it is impressive in that all the lots of the kids really.
So you need 80 to 80?
Well, let me help say it.
Yeah.
You go ahead, and then if you don't say what we talked about earlier, I'll say.
Okay. I mean, that's what we're looking at is our full budget. We'll get some of that donated. I mean, that's what this costs to put on. Like, we'll have, hopefully, Subway will donate 300 cookies again. And we have had people that have paid for our hot dogs and our buns and those type of things. And hopefully we'll get some more. I sent out, we've done it on social media and advertised, but I've also made personal contact with people that have sponsored us before. So I'm hoping, it's kind of late, but I'm hoping we'll get more of those as well. But with the increase in costs and trying to get a little better quality, that we'll we'll look at a shortage of this.
I asked Sandy to kind of give us a number of what they have collected now, in case we chose to shore it up where they're shy. And I believe you said that currently you have about $4,000.
We have, yes.
So they have about half of this. So,
Jim, you were the history of putting together this,
I'm sorry, what?
if the court had ever given to you before.
No, the court has not. It's only been, it's only been public, just private donations and businesses.
Well, Christmas on Main Committee, it's different.
Yes, it is a committee of the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce does in kind, is what I call it. They block off the rentals and don't allow rentals during our prep time, and that's about, and they pay insurance so we can have this. The insurance is about $400 a month. So I know that they had to turn down rentals already because of our event.
But, well, I asked Sandy, tell me what you got in, already got committed to it, and she had about 4,000. And I mean, 2,500 would help out, just about shore them up. $2,500 to $3,000 would about shore them up. It's just a figure that I thought about, if y'all are interested.
I know it's a big deal, and, 2,500 bucks or whatever.
It is for a good cause. I'll make a motion that the county donate $4,000.
For the Christmas on Main.
$4,000.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Jim, seconded by Will, that the county donate $4,000 to the Christmas on Main celebration. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Anything else?
May I put you on there as a, pardon me, as a presenting sponsor?
The Springer County Fiscal Court?
Because we always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I appreciate that very much, thank you.
Nothing illegal about that, is it, Court? All right.
Not to put you on the spot.
Thank you all. Now, Scott.
Hey, you jumped up at that.
He didn't jump.
You don't know why he got hard at it. I've got some stuff to hand out here, but I want to talk about two things first. One thing I want to do, I want to thank the court for the fast reaction on the impoundment lot. I mean, that's why government wish you could overlook from Bam Bam and moving along. So I really do appreciate y'all addressing that. So it's looking great, and thanks so much for it. I kind of like to just come every once in a while and give y'all an update on what we're up to. I don't like speculating. The vehicles that we bought, they are at LMW. They've been there, what, about 2.5 weeks? If we have them between now and the 1st of January, I'll be thrilled. I mean, that car sitting in the board, it takes a long time to go out and set that. So, anyway, but they are being worked on. Our Jeep ride that we had this year raised money for unprivileged kids, raised about $4,000. We'll spend every bit of that on kids' Christmas. And a lot of times, we get our kids' names from the school system, but then there's other organizations that, hey, we come up a little short, and y'all help us out, we help them out. Get some other, like maybe Main Street Community, and then we help them some of the churches with that money too. So anyway, that's just one of the things that we do. Andrew Werby, my chief deputy, he's a sharp cookie. I'm very proud of him. He come up with 12 laptop computers and 14 docking stations given to us from the local metro. They are all still under warranty. Basically about $35,000 worth of equipment. And machines and all things. So thank you for that. One thing I've been kind of working on is I'd like to do a hook barn possibly out there for the impound lot. I'm not ready to go there yet. I'd like to go up and think about it. I did go up and look at the soft barn today. That's a nice structure. I don't know that we need one that big. So it's something smaller, but it's, we're going to eventually need something to store vehicles in that's need to be protected. So just something down the road. Now I'll pass out this stuff. Now this is not asking for any action on anything. This is just for information. And I just want to digest it between now and the first of the year. If you have questions, concerns, just wondering what this means, let us know. Come and tell us. How can we get one to you back? Will you get one?
Yeah, I'll keep it going.
Okay, this is just some information that that Myra Minton, Lieutenant, she was whiz bang on coming up this state. Anyways, this is Spencer County year to date, 2023. The Sheriff's Office has done about 60% of all calls.
Say it again.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
60%. They're on the first page. We've done about 38 calls for service. Our current staffing level down here, we have 4 full-time deputies. One may or may not be leaving, we don't know. It's going to depend a lot on how this insurance discussion goes. I really hate to lose him. He's a local boy, knows the county, very good deputy. He's done us a fantastic job, and I hate to lose him. But anyway, keep that in mind. We've got 1 full-time trainee that is graduating the first part of November. That is McGee. Tom. Of course, security officers, we've got 2 part-time, attempted to hire 2 more to replace those that left us in the last 3 months. I did find out today that Jim Mills is considering coming back and working for us when we're in a pinch. If the security checkpoints change at the courthouse, as has been discussed, we're going to have more people for security. Got 1 office manager with the Sharon, office assistant part-time. We just hired Patsy Lewis today. She starts today to help from the court security office assistant, which is Marlene Kramer, and she has to be, I'm sorry. Are you asking me something or you're?
Whenever you get a break.
Oh, okay.
Question.
I'm almost to the bottom. Whenever Marlene has to be out in court security or transport or something to that effect, then Patsy will step in and help with tax collection. We collected, I think, more than $200,000. That door being all day long, paying taxes, which is a good thing. We'll be collecting about $1 million more this year than we did last year. And I know the county doesn't get all that money. A whole lot of people get a piece of that pie. Right now, my drug detective, he was retired October 1. He is directly responsible for that $70,000 we bought the truck with. I'm going to need money to hire. Right now, I'm not going to rehire the person because I want to put him in the truck with us, but we still need that person. I've got the K-9 officers on part-time right now, probably going to come back full-time just because we're getting short-staffed. Right now, we're probably averaging about 10 to 12 hours a week that we don't have someone actually in the seat that we do. And that'll be from like 5 to 6 o'clock, when someone comes out at 6. And then it might be from like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 6, or to 7. So we've got these spots. We're doing a lot better job right now on covering Saturday and Sundays. It's been a problem going on my side for a good while. The cover knows a lot better. But we've got to keep getting. We've got to give them, and I know y'all have heard stuff, a raise. We've got to give them consistent raises. We gave them a 15% raise, which was a hell of a jump, but it was a bad one. I walked, and I was in a restaurant this weekend, and there's the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, nice 30-second, high-class commercial, and John Aubrey saying, come work for us. For security. We got the people. We are going to work on every county that joins us, coming back with the pay scale for their officers for every county, sheriff's office, and every city. Now, I'm not saying we're going to Louisville and all the little third class cities, like Mount Washington Sheriff, Bullock County Sheriff's Office, Pioneer Village, that type of thing. And the work, we've got to compete with this. Our problem is we're so close to Louisville, it's a curse. We've got to compete with higher paying agencies. When we get local boys to commit to being deputies, it's a shame to lose to another county. And I have people call me from other agencies all the time that have heard the work we're doing. I think we've got a pretty good reputation. Would like to come work for us $35 a pay. Oh, I think that kind of thing. So I guess I'm just kind of prepping things a little bit for salary cap time. We're going to be looking at some hard decisions, and I hope y'all keep up with it. I'm sorry if somebody forgot that.
The full-time trainee you got, is he on a 3-year contract?
Yes, he has a 3-year signed contract. Now, that's not saying that some other agency comes along and offers him enough money that he can afford to buy out his contract. It just says that he has to pay for training if he leaves before the 3 years is up. It doesn't say that he can't leave.
It's prorated, right?
Yeah. But he has signed a contract. I had him sign a 3-year contract because we hired him before the state is just now gone to making people sign, saying that we could have him sign a 5-year. He was actually hired before that went into effect.
So the only thing to keep a person from leaving, they have to pay for their school, or whoever hires them, or whatever.
However they work that out, yeah. Okay. This next page is, it just breaks down our calls, what type of calls we're going on, what we're responding to. It also breaks down, next page is still us. Year to date, we've served 809 papers. 213 warrants have been served, 31 DUI arrests, 875 citations, 54 jury summons, and 95 accident reports. We stay pretty busy from the county this side. The next page is KSP's calls, but they're basically their calls, mirror ours, they just happen to. And the thing about it is when they come and assist us, they get credit for that, doing that too. So some of them may be kind of duplication. This graph right here, I think this shows a lot of what's happening in Springfield County. Of course, in 2019, when I first took office, we didn't do a lot in the way because we didn't have nobody to do with. It took us a while to get our feet on the ground and get people hired and get going. Accidents was 122 in 2019, crime report 92, citations was 228. And like I said, you see what 2022 was there. Our accidents are going to bounce around probably 120 to 140. Might have 5 more 1 year, 10 less next year. So that's just the amount of traffic we have and things that happen. And I really don't know how you can change that number much. Crime reports, that's just the way it is, and it's what you see, it's steadily climbing. And then the citation we're writing is steadily going up as I have people on the road to write those citations. I'm not a person that wants everybody to write a citation. I don't believe in going out and just writing everybody a ticket. Because some people can be given a warning. I gave a woman a warning the other day. She probably needed it. But anyway, she about blew me off the road while I was sitting on the side of my car. But anyway.
Those citations are arrests too, it's not just citations.
Yeah, it's not just citations.
It's arrest citations too, as far as
Yeah,
warrants or DUI arrests, all that kind of stuff.
it's all lumped together. The next few pages just kind of break a lot of that stuff down. And like I said, just look over it. If you've got questions, please contact us. Myra would probably be a lot better at explaining some of this stuff to you than I would be. But anyway, look over that stuff and let me know if you got any questions. Something I promised for a long time was kind of let y'all know what the drug seizure fund expenditures has been since I started. So y'all got that page running?
Which one? Drug seizure? Okay, yeah, last page.
Okay, right. As it shows there, $237,690.40 is what we spent out of drug seizure. Right. For safety county money. And it's not just silly stuff. It's tasers, it's body cameras, it's surveillance cameras, it's body cameras, it's a trailer, tracking devices, it goes on and on and on down through there. Plus the $72,936 included that coming out of drug seizure funds for the Chevy trucks. So we have $19,000 left in our state drug seizure fund at this time, which is almost $19,000 that goes too far. So we're being kind of cautious with that right now until hopefully we can get some more money. But when I've lost my drug, my undercover drug narcotics detective, he brought that money to us. Try to find somebody, but I need the money to hire them. And when I bring back these cost comparisons or pay scale comparisons from these other counties, I think you'll see that we're not really competitive at all. When we got to 15% raise, Shelby County, we was a little above Shelby County. Shelby County would immediately raise theirs because they were afraid they would be deputies to us. You know. It's a competitive market. Once you got that top certification, you become a prized commodity, and basically write your own way. But, most of my all of my deputies are fantastic. I stick with all of them. They work hard. They're very respectful of the public, I believe. They're very, very free to keep complaints on them, and the body cameras you protect clears that way. So, have y'all got any questions on me or anything? Just want to kind of give y'all some information to look at and chew on. And like I said, if you got any questions or don't understand something, please come and see me. So it's always open.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is item number 3, Board of Elections, approving to pay the precinct officers. This is something we have to do every election cycle, pretty much, and I believe, Lynn, we paid $150 in the spring, and we're asking to pay $150 in the fall.
$150 for election day. The precinct officers that work hourly, that work the 3 days of early, and work 6 days in my office, I pay $16.50 an hour. And I'm not asking for that to be increased.
All right, so I'll make a motion to pay our election workers the $150 a day, and then the others that work hourly at $16.50 an hour.
Second.
All right, have a motion by myself, second by Jim, to pay our precinct workers these amounts, which again is the same that we paid in spring. So, any discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda is the Spencer County Extension Board appointments. You can see on page 56 that Mr. Blaine Baird and Miss Amy Taylor, Mrs., has agreed to serve, and I would entertain a motion that to appoint these two to the Extension Council.
So moved.
All right, have a motion by Mike, is there a second? Second by Will, to recommend appointment of Blaine Baird and Amy Taylor to the Extension Council. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda is, on the next page, the North Central District Health Department. We get, of course, I said on it, this is the local health department. No? Let's see. We talked about this at the local health board. Of course, Tammy here sent this from the district. I'm pretty sure it's local. But anyway, we can have a physical court. I'm pretty sure it's a local health department. We needed a physical court person to sit on the local health board. And I thought Dan would be good, and Dan agreed to serve. So my recommendation is that we appoint Dan as the fiscal court appointee. All right, have a motion by Mike. Is there a second to appoint Dan? Second by Will. Appoint Dan Ferris to the Department of Public Health here. So any other discussion? Well, hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. You can take your yard signs down, Dan. On the sanitation district, I don't think we have anything because we already voted up at the top. We already voted on that, the study already once before.
Does the sanitation district plan on building falls off the street? I asked that last year.
Bill hasn't mentioned it. I haven't talked to the other four. I guess best to say is they haven't mentioned it, so maybe it's not on the radar right now. I'll check with them, try to get you an answer back as far as what they want to do. All right, next is the Spencer County Road Department request. I don't know what page number it's on, but it's 66. Yeah, okay, 66. Basically, we have there was 2 bonds that were collected out of Silo Farms. This is part of the earlier one. And again, we still have $132,000 that's in a different. But we're going to have to do some big work. We're going to have to dig up some culverts because they washed out underneath out there. And that'll be part of the that was $132,000. But anyway, we need to approve using the bond money to pave the remaining portion of Lincoln Drive and Crafton Drive. Todd has the estimations here. So we the money's there to do that. The problem is getting Mago caught up enough to get all of the roads blacktopped Todd's calling 3 times a week. But anyway, we need to make this, approve this, and we're gonna try every way to get it done this fall. If we can't, we'll do it next spring.
Told Ken, I said, I want our 8 roads as a priority off to the list.
Yeah,
Could we go outside the legal to get these roads paved?
I think you can service us a reasonable amount of time.
I mean, Mago says they're gonna get them done. They just keep it, I mean, here it is, it's almost Halloween, it'll be November.
They close them, they're
I mean, but what happens at Thanksgiving when they go, sorry, we off?
They're supposed to bring 2 crews out. I mean, when they get 2 out, they'll be acting pretty quick. Of course, we do, right now, we've just got those 2 that they've done. And I'm actually going to also add more roads to our discretionary request. I got a call, I got a call from Senator Higgins, and he asked if we had, received our discretionary funds yet, and I said that we haven't. And, but anyway, he said that make sure you have plenty of roads on there, so we added some roads. Now, discretionary is not funds where we have to appropriate it all. That's money that Frankfurt will give you if you ask for it. So, Todd's got a little more ask that we want to put on that. He emailed to me today, but I just wanted to point that out to you. The hope is that we'll get a letter from Frankfurt that says you've been approved for part of your roads, or all of your roads. So you don't get it if you don't ask. But,
a prime example of that is back in John Rollins, judge, I think they asked for 600-some thousand for these roads, and we said, well, why don't we just add a bunch more roads, came up with 1.3 million, and we got it. So if you don't ask for it, you don't get it.
Right.
If you ask for it, you may get it.
right. But we turned in $556,000 on discretionary. And again, we had to get the flex in line before we could even ask for the discretionary. But again, we already have the budgeted roads and the flex fund roads, and we've already appropriated the money. I think it's 900-some thousand. That's already a done deal. And then in addition, we have FEMA projects. And they probably won't get blacktop this fall. But the discretionary, again, Senator Higgins asked it, we added to that list, so I got it up now. It's up, I think it's over $1 million on the ask. So maybe we'll have a repeat of what we had in the past. But anyway, tonight, next item on the agenda is to approve using the bond money to blacktop Lincoln Drive and Crafton Drive, the remaining portion. I'll need a motion for that. All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mike, seconded by Dan, to approve using the remaining bond money to pay the remaining portion of Lincoln Drive and Crafton Drive. Any discussion?
That's not gonna take all of it, you just wanna go ahead and turn it all loose, or you wanna try to hang on something else?
Well, our road foreman requested this to do that, so let's do one thing at a time, that's all right.
We could use that road.
Yeah, it ain't lost.
Yeah, okay.
And of course, again, hopefully we can get it done this fall, but we may not get it done this fall.
This is the
Yes.
road fund right now.
Yeah, this is the first bond money that was collected.
This ain't on Francisco.
Yeah, the 132,000 is still sitting there. But we'll be having some work that we may bid out, getting someone to come in and fix some of those where it's going down in the blacktop. But, so anyway, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Judge Hill?
Yes.
Vote on that.
Yeah, Chris?
It doesn't involve any money, but some of y'all may be aware, some of y'all may not be, that we as the county and the city combined do a food drive each year to, last year we fed about 140 families. It's driven pretty slowly right now between all of our first responders throughout the county. We started a scramble cruise years and years ago. KSP was sort of quit doing it, and then TPD took over, there's some changes, so now EMS sort of heads it up, and all the rest of the agencies kind of help us out. We're having a kickoff meeting this Friday. As it looks now, traditionally we gave those food baskets away the Saturday before Christmas, which this year that falls on the 23rd. So we've moved it up a week. We're planning to give out the baskets December 16th. We hand them out at City Hall. The people who need the food baskets call into the judge's office. Brittany has a spreadsheet that's very organized and lets us know the size of the family and if there's small children and the age ranges. But I'd just like to invite each of you guys, if you have the time or you want to join us, we'll be collecting after the Thanksgiving school break. You'll see us in front of Country Mart, first part of December, end of November, first part of December, and then the week of, we work pretty hard putting baskets together, and then of course that day, that Saturday, we hand out the baskets. I believe it's like 8 or 9 in the morning. But I'd like to invite any of you guys that'd like to help out and participate to be there.
If you can, Chris, send us all emails and make sure you label it to the food basket. You know, that way we get flooded with emails.
Got it. Thank you guys.
That's very good.
I'll talk about Christmas, just jot my memory on it.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and approve the invoices, bills, and transfers. And we're going to need to go on executive session after this. So, looking through the bills, there wasn't anything that really, I'll try to bring up things that stand out. No, we're going to just sit on that. We discussed that last meeting.
Set on to the spring, if they got time to do it, and we're still going to discuss it, then we will.
I wanted to point out page 72, another jail housing bill of $42,700. You know, just last meeting, we paid $41,000 something. We're not paying twice. I followed up on this too. We did not pay 2 months, well, basically we paid 2 months in 1 month, but we didn't pay the same bill twice. But again, out there, stay out of jail and we can save $42,000, people. I don't think I had anything else that, I tell you, on page 76, kind of in the center, you see a lot of gravel. That's the gravel that we put over at Ray Jewell Park and basically the impound lot. They're about probably 14.5 or something in gravel. Ray Jewell 2.0, yeah. But anyway, just I'll entertain a motion to approve the invoices, bills, and transfers.
Motion to approve the bills, invoices, and transfers.
All right, is there a second? Second. All right, have a motion by Will, second by Mike to approve the invoices, bills, and transfers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Now we need to go into executive session as per KRS 61-810, whichever letter deals with real estate.
Section 1, subsection.
All right, section 1, subsection B. So I need a motion to go in. Motion by Will, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dan, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, we'll go into executive session, we'll take a break right now. Lynn, you can stay this time on real estate. If you like.
Okay.
If you want to go home, you can, and we'll do it, or you can stay.
Okay, I'm gonna go home, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, well, thanks for staying. We're doing better than 4 hours, but well, we're still working. Doug, you stay tuned for this post period. That's all right.
Yeah, stick around.
I'll get Corey to finish the.
You'll finish that on. Still want me to.
I need my notes to how to end the video.
He's a cameraman. Heard about, he wants to make sure, she wants to make sure he turns it back on.
Because they'll have me finish the notes,
Yeah.
and I can get them off the.
See how to turn it on.
I want to invest in it.
That's why just leave it out of the road. Supplement the road fund later, just to be. Don't have to cross that bridge, because we might have, we might have enough extra there to cover.
To get your road paved that week.
No, I think he was just noting that. Let us know that we did spend $4,000 grant. I saw your mom, I saw your mom. Working in a landscape the other day.
Give me out a little more, somebody give me out more.
Hey, where'd you, I've been Main Street out, Murray Road, yeah, John Deere tractor, John Deere hay.
It's hard. Well, when you get desperate.
You got it this time.
Well, like I said,
No, but I didn't know y'all had a John Deere, this time.
all right, see ya. See ya. Have a good night. You too.
Good night.
Come on, Corey, get on with it. You send the booster to out the video, right?
Is it turned off?
We're still on. It's not letting me close it out.
Just unplug it.
You can tell me exactly how to do that if you can.
Corey identified us.
Hey, Scott, you're still on. You got it off. Okay.
We can always go in and do it back.
I like the chair though.
We do.
Sure, I'll back up with the bathroom. I looked everybody over and I thought, no, it's not even, I forgot about her. Somebody was in the men's bathroom and I knocked on the women's. I thought, ain't nobody in there. And then I heard maybe a paper towel thing going. Will come out and he said, I couldn't hear. So I went in his and shut the door over and hid. I am.
Alright, we're having technical difficulties getting
Can you turn the
off.
camera off?
Well, it's not even letting me. It's spooling like it's going live, but
You got the wheels
Can you
up?
unplug it?
it's showing that we're live, so.
Can you unplug it?
Well, when I tried to do that, it said changes you've made may not be saved, so I don't wanna.
We can go in there.
Yeah,
Need it?
we may have
Just
to,
unplug it.
because,
It's live,
It
you know what
says-
I'm gonna put out there.
yeah.
Let's just go in there. Well, I don't think it's anything at all.
I don't care to go for it.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to brush up on your IT, Corey.
Yeah, he didn't, he called in today. Turn the screen that I'm seeing. So it's showing like video starting this. But when you scroll up to the